One of my friends, I joined a dancing group, Hungarian dance, and I ended up quitting after a while. Oh, there's Liz again. And, yeah, he was a funny guy. And the Hungarian dance group would put on these shows and stuff like that. I ended up quitting. I didn't pursue it because I didn't want to necessarily do it. I think this was a politician that was there. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, that was something called a helicon ball. I never danced on stage. I wasn't interested in it. After a while, I just sort of dropped out of it. It was not my thing. Although I trained for it and everything else, I just had no time. Anyway, this is from those days. Just, I don't know what that was. Picture of what? I think that was in Florida. No, that's Toronto. Toronto, Pussycat. Liam Cameron's barbecue. That's Liam Cameron. That was his mother. I had pictures of Delaselle here somewhere where I was working for a summer. That's the island. Centerville for kids. Oh, attractive woman. I don't remember. Some group I was taking pictures for, a party at Harborfront, but don't really remember much more than that. Couldn't have been that important. It was just an event I had to photograph, most likely. Alright, so we can skip over these because I have really no idea what the hell it was. Most likely just an event I photographed. These are just Toronto and the CN Tower. Oh, what's his face? He was my friend. He was an accountant. He actually helped with the virtual house at the beginning. This is a family I was friends with. I kind of liked the girl. That was their father. And these were his two daughters. And he had a darkroom in the basement, and he let me use his darkroom to make color pictures. And I took pictures of the daughters as well. They were cute. Both of them were cute. More pictures of Toronto. This was my buddy from England who rented our house, Guy Rooker. He's still alive. I told him that I would find these pictures. I'm really happy I found them. Now I've got to send these pictures to him. Okay, hold on. Guy has got to be 80 years old now. I'll have to call him again. Anyway, these are Delaselle Camp. Up at Lake Simcoe, I believe it was. And this is a friend of mine who owned a Lotus Esprit, and he lent it to me once because I went out on a date with this girl who came from a fairly wealthy family. Actually, Liam set me up with her, or was it Albert who set me up with her? I'm not exactly sure. Anyway, I went out with her a bunch of times, and we had a great time, but her family was maybe a little bit too rich. I don't know. Her dad was very cool, but her mother was a true Jap, a Jewish American princess, I would say. and was more concerned with what my father did for a living than what kind of a person I was. So I lied to her, and I told her that my dad was a sanitary engineer, which is basically a garbage man. But that wasn't true. He was an engineer, but actually a very famous engineer. But I didn't tell them that. And the father knew right away. Her father was smart. Her father was a cool guy. I hung out with him a couple of times. He says, "I don't believe that stuff that you told my wife." And then I went out with the daughter, like maybe 5 or 6 times. We really had a great time. But then she started talking about, her father just bought a new Rolls Royce, and she doesn't know what color it is, and I don't know, all kinds of stuff like that. I don't know. She was, I don't like people like that, actually. So I didn't really. I tried very hard to, try to avoid those things. But anyway, it was all about money, 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 and I can't stand people like that, really. And then one day the mother called me up and says, I can't have the son of a garbage man going out with my daughter. And I said, can I please go out for one more date? And so I called my buddy up to lend me the Lotus Esprit. And then I went there, and I said I was really late and I had to go to Europe. And the woman said, "What? Whose car is this?" I said, "This is my car. I didn't want you guys to like me because my parents were rich, and I didn't want your daughter to like me more because I had a fancy car. That's why I came with no car." And it wasn't mine anyway, but I gave the woman a lesson that you can't judge a book by its cover. The thing is that that woman kept on calling my mother like 50,000 times to come over, and I'm always welcome at their house. But that was just BS anyway. Just to let you know. Anyway, it was a beautiful car, no question about it. I took a bunch of pictures of it, and now we're back at the camp, De La Salle camp. And I had a job there, and working in the kitchen. I had the worst job in the world. I was the pot washer. And these are brothers that were teaching at De La Salle. That brother. And this is just pictures there. Back to the car. I guess these were a little mixed up. That car was cool, no question about it. It's even cool by today's standards, I think. Okay, so I took more pictures than probably necessary. It was a model. I shot this model. This is, yes, a model. My friend lent me his car all the time for pictures with the models. He was a nice guy. That's him. Bill Shirk. Bill Susquelingual Shirk. Oh, that's me. In the old days. Yeah, okay. Interesting. I remember some of these, but not all of them. That woman had a lot of hair. That's me and her. Oh, Dr. Mittler.